March begins at 8:50 a.m. at City Hall. If anybody wants to join us, come and join us for this event. I think it's gonna be a great event, and we need to be there to support our veterans. I mean, I can't say it enough. I mean, these veterans, deserve words can't say it all. I mean, how do you thank somebody that served and gave the ultimate sacrifice? I mean, it's hard to thank, gave the ultimate sacrifice. I mean, it's hard to thank them with words. I mean, we need to support them, and I hope everybody shows up on this day so we can, show our support for our veterans. Thank you, veterans. City closed, observance of Veterans Day, Monday, November 12th, 2018. Will resume Tuesday, November 13th, 2018. San Mateo Police Department Canned Food Drive, Wednesday, November 14th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Walmart, 1126 West US Highway 77. All proceeds go to San Benito Food Pantry. For more information, contact 361-3880. Ventic Village event, Saturday, November 17, 2018, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at historic downtown Robertson Street. Admission is free. For more information, call 956-245-1427 or email the Historic Robertson Association at gmail.com. Also, this is active. We need to come support this event too. These people are really trying to bring up Robertson Street, and I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We need to get there because we want to move up and show our pride also in the city. We need to work together with these people and help them out, and show our support out there too, so we can have a great event. Thank you, guys. 77th Annual Totally Christmas Parade, Saturday, December 8th, 2018, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the downtown Sam Houston Boulevard. Contact Parks and Recreation Department at 361-3830 for more information. Moving to item 5. Public comment. Ruth, do we have anyone for public comment?
Yes, Mayor, we have Ms. Silvia Garcia, please.
Garcia? Oh, she just walked in.
You're up.
You're up, miss. Yes. Right on time.
Okay, well, I'm Sylvia Garcia, and the reason why I'm here is because I want to find out, maybe you can tell me today or some other time soon. I'm rushing over here, so I'm out of breath. I bought a building on at 222 West Robertson, and that building is right next to the building that the city owns. This building on Robertson and Travis. So the situation and dilemma I'm in is that they have a shared wall. And also the roof goes across both buildings. So I'm at a standstill. I can't fix my building because of this building here. If I fix the roof and you all demolish this building, well, it's gonna affect my building, of course. And the shared wall also is kind of open in some areas. So it's open to rodents and stuff. And I've been talking to Norma Boland and some of the people that have, vendors that have shops there, and trying to revitalize that area. I'm trying to do that also for San Benito. I'm native born, some of you know that. So I'm sure that some of you have seen the condition of the building that I'm talking about on Travis and Robertson. There's a lot of graffiti, there's a lot of bricks that are falling out. So I did talk to Mr. Bernard Rodriguez in August before I bought the building, trying to get a timeline as to, when it was going to be destroyed, demolished, or fixed, whatever you all decide to do. And what Norma and I had talked about also is putting up some murals to attract people to the area, to have people get off the car and take pictures and walk around. The building across the street, Norma's already been given the heads up. So we're thinking a mural, something like this, where the people will get out of the car and engage and take pictures. And also, with that said, they'll probably go into the shops, and shop. Instead of having a mural that where you just pass by in your car, you know, there's no activity for you to get out and take a picture. This is a picture of the wall in the corner of Robertson and, you know, there's a big gap. You can see the sky from there. And so it's in pretty bad shape. I don't know if some of you have gone to see it already or not. I mean, I'm sure some of you have.
I think what Sylvia is actually asking is she would really like for you all to expedite your decision, whatever the decision may be, to tear it down, to fix it, whatever it is, because it's pretty much keeping her at a standstill. She really can't do anything with her building. They had already started tearing down stuff, and then they had to come to a stop. And so, you know, she kind of wants to also maybe put her office there. She's in real estate, and maybe it's 2 offices. It's actually kind of 3 offices. And so she wants to maybe do, you know, the same thing we're doing across the street at the shop with a little bit of everything to, you know, attract people to that area, since we're really trying to improve that street. I did talk to Mr. Tortora, that owns the building across the street. He's already given us permission that we can paint a mural, whatever. I'm sure you all have seen in other cities, they may have like the wings and people stop and they take pictures with it, or the word love and the big circle, the O, and people will stand there. Something that will, you know, attract people to San Benito when they come, you know, they wanna get down and take pictures. And, you know, we wanna help you all revitalize the downtown area and Robertson Street. I mean, we're all in. We've got probably close to 20 vendors in the shop with a little bit of everything. And so there's a lot of women there. They're very crafty. They're all from San Benito. We do have one from McAllen, an artist. We have another one that comes from Brownsville. So we're all local from Arlington, San Benito, and we're all hands-on. We're ready to get our hands dirty, guys. I mean, we're here to help you all. We're here, San Benito, moving up, united and proud. Look, I get chills just thinking of that. But really, I mean, you know, if you all could expedite your decision, that would really help us, you know, gather more people. We've already got people that are interested in renting the site on Travis Street, which used to be, I'm sure you all, some of you remember Marie's Dress Shop. That right there, that's already gonna be ready to be rented out as well. And so we're trying really, really hard, guys. I mean, we really, really are. And we want your help and we wanna help you. You know, we wanna support you, but we want you all to support us. And with that being said, we are gonna have a shopping extravaganza this Thursday from 5 to 8 at the shop with a little bit of everything. We're gonna have wine and hors d'oeuvres and you know, just open it up. It looks beautiful in there. You all have to come see the great work that some of these ladies do. Velma's sitting right here behind us. I mean, they're so crafty. There's a lot of homemade stuff. I mean, you all just have to come see to believe it, because it's unbelievable that we would have something like this in San Benito. We're real proud of it. So we encourage you all to come.
Thank you. I have one question. You mentioned you spoke to Bernard before purchasing the building or when you purchased the building?
Before and after.
Before and after. And what was the city's response to before you purchased the building? What did
Well, I
they tell
asked
you?
him
What did we tell you? Because
Okay.
we're all together, so.
That's right.
But I didn't speak, but somebody else spoke for the city, but what did the city tell you?
Okay, I went in August to speak to him to see about a timeline before I bought it, you know? And I said, do you have any idea what kind of timeline you have, you know, for this building? He said, yes, I'm looking at October or November. Well, then I purchased the building in September and I went back to talk to him, and since then I've called him a couple of times and spoken to him on the phone. And I don't know the process, that's why I'm coming, meeting here before you all, you know, to find out what we can do and how you can expedite matters. So I'm very concerned because I've already bought the building, it's been raining and I'm getting a lot of water in there. It's gonna cost more damage, more money to me, you know? And not only that, I wanna get it going so we can have more vendors in the area and help these people with the.
So the October, November was what, a start date for us, or what do you mean by October?
Well, what I understood was that the building would be taken down, demolished, or whatever you wanna call it, in October or November. But I had heard from, you know, just word that that building has been in you all's for a while. And I know that some of you, I don't know who exactly has been in the building that I bought, but somebody had been in there before. Look at the shared wall and all that. And there are openings, you know, openings, gaps in the wall. So I'm real concerned about rodents and things
How
like
long
that.
have we owned that building? Long time?
Yeah, Mary, I wouldn't know, but I think it's been many, many years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir, yeah.
It looks like the wall, the roof is caved in, because you can kind of look through there and you can see where, I mean, it's pretty nasty in there.
I don't think I would wanna walk in there, I'm not saying.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but let me just clean it pretty easy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have anyone else?
Yes, Mr. Don Frisbee.
Sorry, guys.
I stammer and stutter, it's because I've never been in front of all the people, but it was nice to meet some of y'all before the meeting started. My name is Don Frisbee. I live at 167 Lavaca Drive, right across from the new Bertha Cavassa School. I witnessed for the Lord. I was for almost 6 years on the corner of Helen Moore and Business 77. You might have seen my red Mustang out there. But now that they've sold it and it's a new taco restaurant, I've had to move somewhere else. Since they finally sold the property, I started to witness over here at this bank at the corner of Sam Houston, and is it Hicks or something like that? Anyhow, it's the bank that was Capital One, exactly, that was the last one. And of course, it's been vacant for maybe almost 2 years. But I also witnessed in 4 different locations in Harlingen as well. Never had any problem with the authorities there either. I started to witness at the bank the other day, about a week ago, before it closed, and there were 2 hours that I was there. I have no bullhorn or anything like that, just a couple of signs, and that's what I do. I witness for the Lord. But there's a new compliance officer, Cleo Longoria, and he said that I needed a vendor's permit. Well, as all of us know, Jesus is not for sale. And I'm not selling anything, so why would I need a vendor's permit? So I ask all of you on the council to help me out if you would. Thank you.
Do we actually need a vendor's permit?
No, sir, I don't think so. So,
I've never heard of that.
Something yeah, so I didn't think the Lord was for sale, so,
No.
okay, right, now that I'm aware.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it. I'm a person.
Ms. Lynn Parade.
Hi, Lynn Perret, citizen of San Benito. I want to say thank you very much for all the events and all the activities that have been going on. I snuck in through the tent or treat, and I went by the trunk or treat, and you know, it's great to see the community come together. And I was very I was touched by the previous person who was talking about Robertson Street and downtown revitalization. And, you know, it's a great thing because that's the heart and soul of our city is downtown. And it's good to hear. I participated in some, but it sounds like I need to step up a little bit more. The reason I come before you tonight is because there was 3 agenda items that I wanted to speak on, and they're all commingled. And it's agenda item 9, 10, and 11. And it's regarding the Operation Stone Garden grant funds. And I wanted to say thank you very much to the commission and the manager and our chief of police for staying on top of applying for these grant funds. They come from the federal government down to the state and down to us. And this is for next year. I know that we're already part of the Stone Garden or performance, and we're doing a good job. I did do some research though, and they are really clamping down on accountability on the grants from the federal government. They did a preview, and the report came out in November of last year, and Stone Grant was out of compliance 73% across the nation. And so I just hope and encourage that we continue with our accountability that I know that we're doing right now. But the reason I brought up 10 and 11 is because possible action to approve annual payment in the amount of $22,836 to the Rio Grande Valley Communication Group for radio use fees for the city public safety, which I interpret that as being the police department and fire department. And 11, consideration and possible action to approve the purchase of 3 Dell servers for data migration in the New World System, Tyler Technologies from Harlingen PD to the San Benito Police Department in the amount of $36,553.71. Obviously, it would not have been put on the agenda if it wasn't a need that the city has. My question is looking over the grant qualifications, was a grant applied for these particular items? I mean, if these qualify for grant items, from what I understand, and I'm not an expert, but from what I understand, these qualify as a grant. So why are we paying for it if we can just apply for the grant that we currently have? It's just a matter of applying. So I'm just putting it out there, and those are some other things that, I'd like to see, a city doing more. I know that, there's a staff shortage and things like that. But, if it's possible for us to apply for grants for coming out of our general funds, or even if it's budgeted funds, I think we should go for the grant money first. And before I leave, I wanted to say one more suggestion, and I'm going to come before the city manager and set an appointment with him. But I would like to see a poster here in this room on the meeting nights. So we have the city commissioners meeting and the economic development. And I want to see a big poster saying all the rules the citizens of San Benito need to comply to follow the ordinance. Because some people in this room may not know that if they decide to clap their hands while I'm speaking, or if they decide to stamp their feet, or if they decide to whistle, they can get a warning from the police department. If they clap again, they can get arrested and removed. And I think that everybody should be aware of that. When you walk into a meeting room, you need to know what the rules are, so you are in compliance and there's no misunderstandings. And I want to say, again, thank you very much for your service, and I appreciate all the upcoming events coming up, and I'll be there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Ariel Garcia. Mr. Joe Castillo.
Good evening. I'm Joe Castillo. I'm a board member of the San Benito Military Advisory Board, and I'm here to extend an invitation to our administration to this Saturday's Veterans Parade. If y'all be able to be out there to lead us in our parade for our veterans, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. That's it?
I'm gonna leave.
Item 6, consideration possible action on approval of the minutes of the regular city commission meeting of September 18, 2018. Do I have a motion? Motion made by Commissioner Villafranco, second by Commissioner Gonzalez. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. 7, consideration possible action to approve resolution number 2018-0025, a resolution in support of straightening the Texas Trauma Network. City Manager Manuel de la Rosa presenting this item. Mr. Mario Liscano, Residence Hospital, present to answer questions.
Mayor and Commissioners, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Liscano.
Thank you so much, Honorable Mayor and City Commissioners and City leadership. I'd like to, first of all, thank you for giving us the opportunity to come before you. We are part of Doctors Hospital Renaissance Health System, and what we are trying to do is to strengthen our trauma network in our region. As we all know, we are close to 1.5 million people here in the Rio Grande Valley. With that said, we do not have a trauma level 1 facility in our region. What we're trying to do is we're working with all our in our region, all our counties and our cities, so that we can have the availability to go next year in front of legislative session to ask for this funding that's available. There is the closest trauma levels facility is 40 miles away. There's 2 facilities there. If those facilities are booked or there's not enough beds, the next facility will be in Houston, Texas. So if there is a major trauma event or a major accident here in the Rio Grande Valley, they have to get flown out. What we are doing is we're working diligently with all our cities, all our emergency services, and all our healthcare providers so we can have the capability that we well deserve. We've been very fortunate to have Starr County, Hidalgo County, Cameron County support this resolution, along with 98% of our cities in Hidalgo that we're still pending some, and we're going over to different cities here in Cameron County. We ask you to please help us with this endeavor that we're doing by accepting this resolution with the contingency to make sure that we have that trauma level for all our region. And before you, I just hope for your approval.
Do I have a motion to approve? Motion made by Commissioner Gonzalez, second by Commissioner Franco. All in favor? Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you, Mayor.
A, consideration and possible action to approve resolution number 2018-0023, a resolution establishing the 77th annual San Benito Christmas Parade conducted on San Houston Boulevard in San Benito, Texas, on December 8, 2018, and which serves a public purpose, and hereby authorize the mayor to execute the Texas Department of Transportation agreement for temporary closure of state right-of-way for San Houston Boulevard and providing for related matters. Chief Galvan presenting this item.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners, Chief Michael Galvan for the record. This agenda item is for possible action to approve resolution number 2018-0023. This resolution, if approved, will be sent with the Department of Transportation agreement for a temporary closure of state right-of-way, mainly San Houston Boulevard, so we can host our 77th annual Christmas parade. It's staff's recommendation to approve. Any questions? Yes, it's the same thing we did for the Veterans Parade and for the Homecoming Parade.
Motion by Commissioner Gonzalez, second by Commissioner DeFranco. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. 9, consideration and possible action to approve resolution number 2018-0024, a resolution allowing the mayor or his designee to approve said resolution as acceptance of the Operation Stone Garden grant funds for performance period of April 1st, 2018 to May 31st, 2019. Police Chief Michael Galvan presenting this item.
Yes, this agenda item you have before you is possible action to approve resolution number 2018-0024. The application and acceptance of any Bush Star grant funds is for the performance period of April 1st, 2018 to May 31st, 2019. This will pay for overtime expenses and additional increased patrols in and around the city of San Benito. The available grant at this time is for $20,000. The police department has participated in this grant for the past few years, and staff's recommendation to approve this agenda item.
Chief, Mayor, I wanted to make sure that we address the comments were made earlier.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you've got a friend around you, so. Don't you just love video? This is the forever, you know that's right. If you can address how this grant, yeah. If you can address how the grant works, what the limitations
Got a
are.
fly
and
flying
maybe
around.
Without going into full, without addressing the comments as to how this grant works and what the limitations may be.
Okay, on the overtime grants?
Now, you heard the comments earlier that could we use these funds to pay for the radio usage fees, these others? This grant,
Okay,
It
on
has some
radio
conditions.
usage fees.
well, no, just stay within number 9.
Sure.
How does this grant work and what are the
That allows
limitations?
us to additional staffing during peak hours or during designated times that Homeland Security, Texas, which DPS or Border Patrol requests our assistance. So it's not gonna cost the taxpayers any money. The government will take care of that bill. They'll pay us overtime. We can also use those monies for felony investigations around the city. So we have a critical case that needs to be investigated. It won't be a burden on the taxpayers to pay for that overtime. So we can bill those grants. That's what it's for.
Can it be used for the purchase of equipment?
For personal equipment, sometimes it's designated for that, but at this time it's not.
Okay.
And we also, all police officers are able to participate in this. We don't
Yes.
have to select the group.
Yes, whoever signs up and wants to participate, yes, they may do so. Nobody's ordered unless it's absolutely necessary during a felony case that we're investigating.
Okay. I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Franco.
Oh,
Second by Commissioner Gonzalez, all in favor? Aye, motion carries.
I did take a shot. No, I didn't.
No,
Change the cologne.
oh,
Number 10, consideration and possible action to approve annual payment in the amount of $22,836 to Rio Grande Valley Communications Group for radio users fees for city public safety. Police Chief Galvan presented this item.
Yes, this agenda item is for possible action to approve the annual payment in the amount of $22,836. Payment will be going to the Rio Grande Valley Communications Group for radio user fees for public safety. Each radio basically is like a cell phone. We have a plan that's with that group, and we have to pay those fees. The entire city San Benito radio network consists of police, fire department, public works, and we do use it for even public parks and
This
recreation.
amount covers how many radios?
I believe it's, I don't have the, should be in your.
It's 173 radios.
173 handhelds and car mobiles.
And Chief, is it possible to go to another vendor and maybe negotiate this, or why are we married to this or committed to this one
The
company?
entire Valley's on the radio network is part of the interoperability plan that they have in place.
So it's a monopoly response.
Correct.
And this is an annual basis?
Correct.
I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Franco, second by Commissioner Guerra, all in favor? Aye, motion carries. 11, consideration and possible action to approve the purchase of 3 Dell servers for data migration of the New World System, Tyler Technologies, from Harlingen Police Department to the San Benito Police Department in the amount of $36,553.71. Police Chief Michael Galvan presented this item.
Yes, this item is for possible action to approve the purchase of 3 Dell servers at a cost of $36,553.71. It's going to be used to host our Tyler Inco Public Safety Records Management and our computer assisted dispatch software that was approved for purchase on September 4th, 2018. We were originally going to use a server that was already in stock, but was not capable of handling this size of a project. We were advised that the best possible setup would be to have 3 separate servers, one to work directly off of. The second would be a fallback in the event of the first server failing. And the third server would be a backup house and an offsite location in the event we have a catastrophic failure at the police department, like fire, explosion, tornado, whatever. That third would become our one and only primary until a second, and the first and second one can be replaced. This would allow for a complete continuity of services, and we would not lose any valuable data. This item would be paid out of the information technology account and not the police department's. This was the lowest price obtained, and it's staff's recommendation to approve. And to answer the question, right now, time is of the essence. We could probably apply for grants, but we would not be awarded those grants until sometime next year. So we need to get this done now.
Okay, and if you will you go back exactly what is it that the commission approved with Tyler Technologies, so to refresh everybody's memory what that amount was?
That amount, I believe, was $168,000, and that covers the software which is being paid out as a forfeiture. And that software basically runs our entire department, which is our dispatch, and we're also going to have crime mapping installed. We'll be able to see where all the units are at all times. We can actually dispatch the closest person to the call. We can see where everybody's at, what they're doing. It just helps with also our records management side. It's going to help us be compliant with the National Incident-Based Reporting System, which is going to be due in 2020. We're mandated by federal law to change over to that system.
Is this Tyler Technologies, that's the company?
Yes. Right now, we currently operate, the entire city operates off of Tyler Encode already. We're just switching from New World, which is Tyler New World, to Tyler Encode Public Safety.
And at this time, go ahead, Commissioner.
How did you get the company sell that to you guys?
No, they're not selling to us. We're gonna pull our data, all the information that we've pumped into their servers, we're gonna pull that out and put it on these servers. So that we don't lose anything. All our crime reports, all our information, and all our criminals, and all that will be put on these servers so we can operate like nothing ever
You
happened.
guys gonna have it here in the PD?
No, it's in Orange County. Correct.
Motion to approve. Motion to approve by Commissioner Franco, seconded by Commissioner Guerra. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. 12, consideration and possible action to approve amended and restated corporation agreement between the San Diego Housing Authority and the City of San Diego.
Thank you. Okay, I know some was boring, but I just felt the need to keep the city commissioners' feet to the fire, the police department's feet to the fire. If there's grant money available, I just wanted to bring it up. And but I don't know if you could see it from where you were sitting. I didn't know. I was trying to zoom in, but it wouldn't zoom in. There was a flying around the chief the whole time he was talking. So I don't know. Where do flies go? You know, I'm going to be nice, but so that's about it for me. I appreciate everybody coming in. It's getting dark and I'm going to head home. All safe and sound. Unless anybody has any questions or anything. I appreciate you coming in. Love you all. Go down through and just say thank you to everybody because I'm having a hard time reading the comments. And you all have a blessed night. And we all get to watch the wonderful voting returns. Ha ha ha. Love you. Bye.